Hello, people. Welcome to Relationship Mysteries. In today's topic, I'll be speaking on several reasons why people end up marrying human coffins as husbands and wives. Several reasons why people end up marrying human coffins as husbands and wives. There are human beings that are mobile caskets. So human beings are mobile coffins. Even though they are alive, within them, they are carrying coffins, looking for who to kill in the name of marriage and the relationship. Hear me very well. If you are used to skipping videos, please don't skip this video. This video is very vital because this video can save your life tomorrow. Or if you don't watch it, you can become a victim of what I'm about to disclose to you in this content today. There are human beings that are mobile coffins. There are human beings that are mobile caskets. They talk, they speak, they eat, but inside them, they are moving coffins. And if you make contact with them, if you make the mistake of entering into marriage or relationship with them, they will take your life. They can be a man, they can be a woman. It's vice versa. So you need to understand that. The word of relationship is a mysterious word. The word of marriage is a mysterious word. Because your life is in the hands of the person that you are married to, not only God. Once you get married to someone, automatically your life is equally in that person's hand. Once you get married to a woman, automatically your life is in the hands of that woman. Once you get married to a man, your life is equally in the hands of that man, not only God now. So what they do can take away your life or can preserve your life. Human coffins, they don't preserve people's life. So if you are married to a human being that represent grave, that represent a casket, they will kill you before your time. Have you not seen people that lost their lives in the name of relationship, in the name of marriage? Have you bothered to ascertain what happened? That guy was doing well. He was going about his normal business. He was doing well. He was living a healthy life. 3 years or 2 years after marriage, he's now a shadow of himself. Have you bothered to ask yourself why? 3 years after he got married to that lady, his company folded. His business collapsed. His car knocked engine. Have you bothered to ask yourself why? That lady was looking all glamorous, beautiful, wonderful, exquisite, until she got married to that guy. 5 years after that marriage, she's nowhere to be found again. Have you bothered to ask yourself why? There are human beings, if you make contact with them, they will kill you. And there are human beings, if you make contact with them in marriage, they will have to preserve your life. So today I'm going to show you several reasons why people end up marrying human couples as husbands and wives. Because your life next year, your life next 2 years could depend on this video that you are about to watch now. Number one reason why people end up marrying human couples is some people don't know that there are houses, there are cars, there are gifts that represent coffee. Let me repeat what I say. So human beings, some people don't know. You are hearing this for the first time in this video. There are houses on earth. There are cars. There are buildings. There are gifts that represent coffins based on the source of the money that was used to acquire, to purchase, or to build them, and the author that gave the person that acquired them the money. Do you know why some strange sicknesses have come on some girls in the name of marriage once they got married to a man? It's because the house they are living in is a coffin spiritually, but they don't know. If the money you are enjoying from your wife came from a wrong source, it will not only affect her, it will equally affect your life. There are houses, buildings, cars, and gifts. If you enter or you receive them, those things will shorten your life on earth. Anybody that make contact, whether you are the man's man's wife or you are the woman's husband, that house or gift they bought for you from a wrong source, from an evil author, it will reduce your number of days on earth. Remember what I'm telling you, how people end up marrying human people that represent coffee as husbands and wives. So if you are the greedy type who don't care, you will end up marrying a coffee. People end up marrying coffees when they don't care to know the source of the money, or the source of the car, the source of the gift, the source of the house they are living in. They will lose their life. That's the truth. So whenever somebody is bringing gift, whenever somebody is giving you gift of car or building, first of all, try to ascertain the source, where that money is coming from. Whether that money is coming from the right source or is coming from the wrong source. That's why you see sometimes there are wives, sometimes after a number of years, some women will die. A strange infirmity will just come upon them. And infirmity, sickness, they don't know where it's coming from, because they make contact with the money or the gift or they are living in a casket as a house they don't know. And the same thing with men. The second reason why people end up marrying human couples as husband and wife is when they don't care, when they neglect the source of the person they want to get married to or they want to marry. When they neglect the source of the person they want to marry. That is the second reason why people end up with human couples. You don't want to ask questions about his family. You are just intrigued. You are captivated by her beauty. You are captivated by his handsomeness. You don't want to ask questions about his family. You don't want to ask questions about his foundation. You don't want to ask questions about his people, about his kindred, about his clan, about his community. And you say that those things, they don't matter. You are lying. Don't you know there are families, if you get married into that family, you cannot last more than 5 years. There are families, if you make contact with them, you will lose your life. Not only lose your life, your purpose, everything about you will die. I'm revealing a secret to you. There are families, if you enter that family, you will run mad. So always ask questions about the source of the person that you want to marry. It's very important. Don't say it doesn't matter. It matters. There are families, if you enter that family through violence, you will lose your life. There are families that are physical coffins. They are grave existing, waiting for who they will take away his or her life. So always try as much as possible to ask questions, to find out the source of the person you want to marry. That's always advise people. Don't end your journey in that city Go to where the person is coming from. Go to the person's village. Find out information about the person that you want to get married to. Ask questions. Don't just only base your convictions on what people in the city they are telling you. Go and look at, ask questions, find out what is happening with that person's foundation, that person's root. Find out what is happening in their foundation. Because there are families, if you enter into that day, you enter into that family, your journey on earth has been brought to an end. But your purpose, your vision, your financial prosperity, everything will be brought to an appropriate end. Find out the source of the person, where the person you want to marry. Because there are people that are not human beings. I've been in a program where, some of these marine girls were delivered, and sometimes they will say, during their confession, they will say something that caught my attention. They will say that they will come to church, and after church, they will come to the earth. After they finish what they are doing, they will return to the water. Sometimes you will think there are human beings, they don't have a house, a home they are going to. They are returning back to their altar, to the source. Some people go to the water to sleep. So it's not everybody you see that is a human being. So always aspire to find out the source of every human being before you say yes to them. If you neglect that, you could be saying yes to a human couple. The third reason why people end up marrying human couple is when they neglect what is following the person they want to marry. Is it a joke? Is it a new thing to you? No. When you neglect to find out what is following the person that you want to marry, every one of us, something is following us. Is it that a good spirit is following you, or a bad spirit is following you? When it comes to the issue of women, there are women that have the issue. They have the issue of married husband. They have the issue of spiritual husband. They have the issue of occult husband. So, and if you are a man, do you know that some men that have had accidents on the highway when they were traveling for a business trip, or they're embarking on a business journey? Do you know that some of them died before their time? Some of them, it was actually the occult husband of the woman that they want to marry that killed them. Because there are women that enter, they have already been covenanted before they were born to an occult husband. There are women that enter into covenant with different spirits. And the terms and the conditions of those covenants, of that covenant, is that they will not get married. And sometimes when they come to the earth, or they come here, sometimes they fall in love with a man, and they want to break the covenant they have entered with their previous husband, their occult husband, or their spiritual husband. Do you know what happens? Because of that covenant, the occult husband or married husband will get angry. They will now go and wait for this man, this innocent man that doesn't know anything, on the highway. So when the man is now traveling, or he wants to go on a business trip, on the highway, they will kill him in a fatal motor accident, or even plane crash. So some deaths you see are not ordinary. That's why you remember what I'm saying. How people end up marrying human coffins as husbands and wives. Do you know there are equally some women that get married to occult men? Yes, now there are women that get married to occult men, and such men in the altar or sanctuary where they belong, they have already told them, you can get married, but after 5 years we will take your wife. And then you that have greedy eyes, you cannot control your appetite, because you see him spreading money in a party or in a wedding. You see him driving Benza. You see him driving one powerful machine, or he's living in one powerful mansion. You say, this is the flesh of my flesh. This is the bone of my bone. Because what you are seeing has captivated you. But you don't know that beneath that thing you are seeing, a covenant has been taken. That any woman that man gets married to, within 5 years or 2 years or 3 years, that woman will die. And you being your lucky one, being the unfortunate one, and you don't even know God, you don't even know Jesus Christ, you don't even know the word of God, you can't even pray. You will not get married to such men. They will buy you anything you want. They can spend 200 million on you. They can spend 50 million on you. They can send you to Dubai for trip. But what you don't know is that the time is ticking. The days are ticking, the time is passing, and your hour is coming. So once you enter the 5th year, one thing or the other, is it a strange sickness or infirmity will come on that woman, or something will happen. The woman will just die. Because you didn't care to find out what is following them. Just like I say, everybody that is alive, one thing or the other is following us, depending on the spirit you are loyal to. All of us are embodying something. There is nothing that you are free on it. Every one of us. Every one of us is under influence. Depending on the one you're under, there is influencing your life. So you need to find out the altar that the person is loyal to, where the person worships, the kind of religion that the person is practicing, before you say yes to the person. You need to ask questions about the person's religion. You ask the person, what do you know? What's your mode of worship? If the same person is African traditional worship, or this one or the other one, you will know, so that you don't end up with a human coffin as a husband, or end up with a human coffin as a wife. Do you know how many business of men that have been crippled because such men got married to a woman that had an occult husband, or a marine husband, or even a marine wife? Do you know how many men that have died because they got married to a woman that has an occult husband? Do you know how many women have lost their life because they got married to a man that has a spiritual wife? So you need to always, don't say it doesn't matter, ask. When asking, grant the room so that the person can be honest. When you want to get married to somebody, tell the person, please, I want to ask, do you have any spiritual issue? Just be honest with me. So if you have, we can deal with it. For your own sake, don't just fall in love blindly. Ask important questions. Life is more than what you can see. It's more than what you are seeing. Marriage, relationship can make or it can mar your life. Relationship or marriage can preserve your life, or it can terminate your life based on the person you are getting married to or you will marry. Very important. Ask the question, consider, investigate, do research, pray, find out what is following the person that you want to get married to, or the person you want to marry. The third way that people end up marrying human couples as husband and wife, is when they neglect. Is when they neglect what is staring them in the face. I always say these things to men, and I always say these things to ladies as well. Do you know why some people die? The warning signs, the warning signals, the indicators were before them, but they neglected those indicators. You refuse to see what is before you. You refuse to see people for who they are. You want to see people for who you wish they could be. No. Well, we're not in Nigeria when a famous singer died, a famous gospel artist died. What killed her? She got married to a human coffin that killed her through violence. She lost her life prematurely while a human coffin killed her through violence. Will you tell me that the signs were not there before she got killed? No, the signs were there. But in the name of law, most people do neglect these warning signals. In the name that he will change, she will change. I always tell you, when you want to get married to people, watch out for their original character. Don't base your decision on he or she will change. Base your decision on what you are seeing before you. If you are somebody that you cannot handle someone, a hot-tempered person, tell the person, I cannot live, I cannot cope with a hot-tempered person. Don't make the mistake that others made that landed them in mortuary today. A human being can be a human coffin. A human being can be a grave now. Most people that have lost their lives already, we are not people that made them to lose their life. Oh, you don't know there are human beings that are wicked. You don't know there are human beings that are diabolical. And in the same way, there are human beings that are good. So don't refuse to see what is stirring that character, that behavior, that attitude. He's looking at you eyeball to eyeball. And you want to excuse it because of the woman's beauty. You want to excuse it because of the man's handsomeness. You are joking. Don't refuse to see what is staring you in the face, so that you don't die before your time. Most people end up marrying human couples when they refuse to see the bad behavior of people they want to get married to. When they refuse to see the bad character of people they want to marry. That is when they now end up marrying human couples. And some people don't live to tell the story. Others survive, they come out with broken skull. Some people will come out with broken parts of their body and all those things. Some people come out bruised, damaged. But some people don't live to tell the story. A human being can be a grave. A human being can be a mobile casket. Be careful. When you want to get married to people, please look at what is before you. Another, the fifth thing, the fourth thing that make people to end up marry human copy is what I call when people focus more on container rather than the content. I always tell people, I say, anybody that got it wrong in marriage was given the opportunity to get it right. But they refuse to study the content. They focus on the container. Let me now give you a story. A man, I want you to listen to this story. A man got the wife angry. Do you know what the woman was doing? Every day the woman wants to cook for this man, the woman will add a little poison in that food. But that woman, being a nurse, being somebody that came from a medical background, she knew that if she pour large quantity of poison in her husband's food, if the man eats it and die immediately, the family members, it will show in the man's bloodstream through autopsy or anything. So it can easily be deduced that the man was poisoned. But coming from a medical background, do you know what she did? Anytime she want to cook for the man, and after she has finished cooking, she'll put little quantity of poison in the man's food, mercury cyanide. The man will eat. The man will fall sick. She will be there all smiling. She will be there not seeing the man, telling her, sweetheart, oh, you will recover. But she was the one that poisoned the man. The man will just do that for a season. The man will do as if he want to recover. She will poison her. She will poison him again. She continued doing this until the man, over a period of time, the man died. Who killed the man? Human copy. Are you getting me? That's why I say there are people that are evil, there are people that are good. So if you don't want to end up marrying a human copy, somebody that will kill you before your time because of marriage or relationship, please study their character, study their content, study to find out who they are, the way they reason, the way they behave. It matters. Don't say it doesn't matter. Don't say he will change or she will change. Study who they are, study their personality. Forget about what their performance. Find out what their behavior is like. Find out what their character is like, how they do things, how they talk to you. All these things matter. All these things are signals that will tell you whether you are about to marry a human couple or not. The fifth reason why people end up with whom marry human copy as husband and wife is when they neglect or when they marry people or someone that is bringing negative emotions into their life. In my previous videos, I said that your life runs on emotion, whether you like it or not. So if somebody every day is making you angry, every day she's looking for drama, you cannot rest. She will always nag you from here till tomorrow. She will not allow you to have peace of mind. She will nag, she will argue, she will scream, she will shout. All these things, she's bringing negative emotions into your life. And you remember, after you have gone to work, you have worked all through the day, you have labored, and then when you come back to your house and you want to rest, somebody will not allow you to rest. He said, your wife, she will start nagging. She will start arguing with you. All those negative emotions, all of them will reduce your lifespan. All of them will shorten your days on earth. Negative emotion reduces people's lifespan. Negative emotion shortens people's days on earth. So if you want to get married, or you want to marry a man, or you want to get married to a man, or you want to marry a woman, and she's somebody that is too troublesome, they cannot allow you to drink water and drop your cup. Every time is from one fight to another fight, from one petty fight to another petty fight, from one verbal abuse to another verbal abuse, from one physical abuse to another physical abuse, from one level of mental abuse to another level of mental abuse, from one psychological destabilization to another level of psychological destabilization. These are the things every day you are facing destabilization here and there. As long as this negative emotion continue in your life, you will soon drop that to your body. You will soon lose it. So don't say it doesn't matter. Negative emotion, shortens. That's why some men have high blood pressure. God has some men. Some men have high blood pressure. Different kinds of human. Why? No peace of mind. Because the woman they are living with is bringing constant negative emotions to them. The man she's living with is always abusing her emotionally, destroying her image, poisoning her mind with negative words. And those things will in turn shorten the life of the woman. It will take life away. If you continue to receive negative emotion and you don't do anything to disconnect from that, that thing will poison your life. Because most people don't know that negative emotion is a poison. It will reduce your number of days on earth. The sixth reason why people end up marrying human couples as husband and wives is when they marry someone that is suffocating them with demands and desires, thereby tampering with the peace of their mind. Every day, that lady will bring burdens, demands, desires. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. She will not allow you, because in the name of your wife, everything she sees on social media, she wants to buy. If she goes to market, she see a new she want to buy. She see a new she want to buy. New shoes she want to buy. New gown she want to buy. She's an impulsive buyer. No discipline, no self-control. And whenever she sees all these things, the person that she will bring the fire on top of his head is the man. She will now load your mind with desires, with demands, with burdens that you can't even sleep. The landlord wants you to pay out rent. There, the children's school fees are there. You have to cater for food. And on top of that, this woman is bringing the fire of body. She's bringing the fire of demands and desires on your head. My dear, she will suffocate you to death. Women that love their husband know how to reduce burdens from their husband. They don't choke their men with burdens now. They don't choke their men with desires and demands. Because they know, especially expensive ladies, they know that if they continue to choke that man with burdens, demand, a woman can choke you to death with desires, with demands. They don't know. If a woman wants to kill you, women know what I'm saying. If a woman wants to kill you, she will take away the peace of your mind. Your wife can take away the peace of your mind now. She'll make the house uncomfortable for you. She'll make the house a hellfire, a place of hell for you. You can't even rest. You can't even breathe. If you come in, she will nag you to death. If you come in, she will abuse you. She will talk anyhow. She will call you stupid man. That see your mate, you can't even afford this. She will continue to abuse you. And on top of that, she will continue to load you with different desires. That is the easiest way women kill men. Oh, you don't know. The easiest way for a woman to kill a man, apart from verbal abuse, is through choking you with bodies, desires, and demands. Unnecessary demands and desires. Any woman that wants you to live long will cut down on expenses, on her expenses. She will reduce the number of burdens and demands she places on your shoulder so that you can live long for her. Don't reveal a secret to you. So if you are in a relationship or you are in marriage and your wife always she's bringing demand, desire, burden to you, just know she wants to take you out. You need to run. You need to run for your life. Because if you continue to stay in that marriage with her, she will take you out. You can't survive the fire of a woman for long. If you think I'm joking, go and ask Samson. If a woman vexes you, continue to disturb you, my dear, you can't sleep, you can't have peace of mind. She will weary you. A woman can weary you to death with demands and burdens. So any woman that wants you to live long will reduce. She will reduce burdens, she will reduce demands, and she will reduce the desires she will place on you. Because she wants you to live long for her. But those that want to kill you, they want you to buy everything. When you are not able, maybe you are telling your honey, cool down. Oh, when I'm able, I will do it. He said, no, lie, you must do this. If you don't do this, there will be no peace in the house. These are strategies. So, and these kinds of people are human coffins. So you need to watch it out. And that's why I advise you, there are men, they want to turn you into any kind of sex subject. Because if that man wants to destroy your life overnight. There are men that are human coffins, and there are women too that are human coffins. So you need to be careful. The several reasons why people end up marrying human coffins is when they marry people that love to cheat. Some of you don't know that infidelity is a killer. Have you thought about that? If you marry a woman that loves to cheat, she will kill you. If you marry a man that loves to cheat, he will kill you. They can infect you with one kind of disease or the other. And that thing will reduce your life. Or they can conspire with their so-called partner, their sex partner, to assassinate you, to eliminate you. A lot of women have eliminated their men like that. They conspire with their so-called boyfriend outside their marriage to eliminate the man that they were married to. Because they thought that this man that married them was not good in bed. So this their sex partner outside marriage is what is good. And that guy is like pressurizing them, motivating them. But what some of these men do is that sometimes they will introduce some of these women into some narcotic substances, and then they will be pressurizing them. The man is not taking good care of you. The man cannot undo you. The man is not good in bed. See the way I'm giving it to you, what and all those things. And the lady will say, yes, let's take him out and take over his property. You don't know. And then they will conspire to eliminate you. So anybody that is a chronic cheat, a marriage is a potential danger. Infidelity is a killer. Run. Don't marry a man. Any man you see that is a chronic cheat is a human coffin walking. That man is a mobile casket. Any woman being, any woman that is a cheat, a chronic cheat, is a mobile casket. It's just a matter of time they will eliminate you. As they eliminate you, they will still eliminate themselves and still eliminate you. So these things I have said, if you know you are getting value or you have gotten value for what I said in this video, please, I want you to subscribe. I want you to drop a comment in the comment section below so that other people can get to see this video. Several reasons why people end up marrying human coffins as husbands and wife. Anybody that is a chronic cheat in marriage, a relationship, is a potential danger. That person is a killer. Be careful. Sooner or later, they will take you out. Either they take you out through disease, one form of disease or the other, or they will assassinate you with their so-called sex partner. If I don't want you to go anywhere, I want you to watch this next video. I want you to watch this next video. How to know the right person to marry in 5 minutes.